250,000 masks, 12,000 goggles. You guys can talk if you need. Our pilot crew needs to talk. I'll give you a little surrounding. We've landed in Gallup, New Mexico. This is the on the Navajo Nation. My name is Pete McBride. I'm a photographer with National Geographic. I'm in the back here, packed in with I don't know how many masks we have. I think we have about 20,000 masks in this aircraft. There are 10 aircraft flying to different communities across the Colorado Plateau. And we're bringing equipment to this area because for certain reasons, these masks have not been arriving at these remote communities. We'll come meet some of the tribal members who will we will unload it so we don't risk infection. Here we are, Bruce. This is Gallup, New Mexico. Who's that aircraft right there?
These are just other craft.
That's somebody else.
We're going down the end.
Got it.
A lot of planes though. These are Pilatus.
Bruce, why don't you tell me a little bit about EcoFlight?
Well, we are a non-profit organization, and we do conservation work throughout the world. We fly political decision makers and media representatives. We give them the bird's eye, the big perspective, trying to balance the debates, have people learn about the issues, and we try to inspire them to advocate for what they care about and to educate themselves. It's all about education. And we work with the tribes extensively, and we saw this as an opportunity to help. So here we are.
So the protective equipment was not arriving at these smaller communities, and that's why we got a very generous donation from the Cantina Foundation to get protective gear, and we loaded it up. We got volunteer pilots from Colorado. We have 10 pilots and small aircraft that flew from Colorado. And hopefully my friend Dion Ben with the Navajo Nation will come out and meet us. I think you're probably good, and we can... What do you think? Is this where we should be?
Yeah, we're in the right...
This looks like the right place. This is one of our planes on the left here.
Who's this right here?
This is Walter G. and Scott Condon right here. No, not Scott Condon, his friend. And then I think Pete's on the other side of it.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you shut down and we'll...
Yeah, I didn't introduce Janie, who's also a pilot and helps run EcoFlight. And this is a project she put together, having extensive networking abilities with these tribes from our conservation work, and she's organized all of this.
Dion won't come out unless you cut that engine. I'm gonna unplug. Jeff, if you can hear us, tell us if sound is still good. We're gonna go out and meet Dion Ben. Hopefully he'll show up, and if you can let me out, Bruce, I'll go find him and do a little walk around.
He should be coming out. I'll text him right now.
And we'll get a little interview with Dion. Put my mask on. So again, this is Pete McBride. We are now in Gallup, New Mexico. We started this morning flight from Colorado. We're delivering 250,000 masks and goggles, cleaning solution. Here we are. Dion Ben, who's the organizer, trying to deliver these products across the tribal communities across the Colorado Plateau here. They're facing the highest rate of infection in the United States per capita, in part because infrastructure is challenging, fresh water is limited, and the distribution systems are not very good. I'll put my mask on again, and I'll have Dion come talk. This is, I want to introduce Dion Ben with the Navajo Nation. Dion, maybe you, if you can, I'll stay my distance, but why don't you just explain the situation here and what's going on? This is National Geographic. live on Instagram.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Gallup, New Mexico. I don't know if you can hear me, or should I lower my
Why don't you lower it so we can hear you better?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Gallup, New Mexico. My name is Dion Ben. I'm from here from the Navajo Nation. My community actually is about 30 miles and 30 minutes north of Gallup. As you can see, Gallup is surrounded by tribal communities and tribal nations. We have the Zuni Nation to the south, Navajo Nation to the west and the north. And we're just happy to have you all here with us this morning and to receive some of the personal protective equipment that you all delivered. I just wanted to thank EcoFlight, and I want to thank the Cantina Foundation for providing this opportunity to bring some personal protective equipment out to the Navajo Nation, and as well as some of the other tribal nations in the region. Right now in the Southwest, tribes are dealing with, we are right now in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, and it's impacting our communities tremendously, and having protection equipment and protective gear just helps provide some subsistence for our communities to battle this pandemic. Right now, the Navajo Nation, the Pueblo of Zuni, have been fighting this and the home front within households, within the tribal government level, and also within their nonprofit and private sectors. And having this type of partnership and collaborations to provide personal protective equipment out here to the tribal communities just gives us a sense of comfort and support during this time when we can rely on and get outlets of support from some of our partners and our friends from outside of the region. So it just makes my heart very happy to see all of you here and to see the partners that we've established and the friendships that we've established for your kind support during this time. Some of the personal protective equipment is going to be going out to a few communities out on Navajo. My chapter will be receiving a couple of protective equipment supplies in Tohatchi. We have our legislator that is here that's going to be coming in, and that will be thanking the team as well. Some of the equipment's going to be going to our family members that are at high risk, community members that are will be getting some of the distributions of some of the PPE that are disposable. Some of the other higher levels of PPE equipment will be going to some of our community members that are working in the public sector, that are our community health representatives, that are our community visitors that check on our elders, that check on family households and whatnot.
Maybe just tell me, you told me on the phone that you haven't seen some cleaning products like Clorox products for 2 months. Give me a little description of some of the scenes.
It's probably happening across the country, but since we're so rural here in the Southwest, we haven't been able to get any sanitation wipes. We haven't get any Clorox wipes. We haven't been able to get hand sanitizer. We haven't been able to get any types of cleaning supplies like that since the pandemic hit the Southwest region. I would say at the end of March was the last time we seen shelves of those supplies. And since we had to have gone out to some of the regional areas outside of our communities to try to get some of that supplies, so it's been a challenge for us.
We're gonna start to unload. Thank you, Dion. I'm glad we're all able to help. And again, this is Pete McBride, a photographer with National Geographic and EcoFlight, and we'll unload this. Thanks for all. Oh, this is actually hand sanitizer, the fancy
awesome.
stuff.
From the Woody Creek Distillery that usually makes.
So that's Jane with EcoFlight. These are all volunteer pilots, and I'll just give you a little idea how loaded these planes are. That was my seat. Anyway, thanks everybody, and we're glad to help. These are volunteer pilots. Again, this is Pete McBride, and signing off. Hope everyone's healthy and safe, and be well. Cheers.